Link for the final project file is in the description. You can download and play around with the scene. Also, this is not originally from me. I saw this from Benjamin Benheim from his Behance account and his project, and I loved it. Try to remake this in Cinema 4D. Let's go. First, add a cube, add an axis, geometry axis under it, axis equal minus 100. Come back to cube, turn on fillet, increase the size on Y axis, add a cloner object, add cube under cloner, come to cloner, select honeycomb, change the orientation to YXZ plane. Now duplicate the cube on one of the cubes, increase the fillet radius like this, come back to cloner and select blend here. Go to top view, increase the size until they are close enough. Okay. Add everything inside the subdivision surface. For the viewport, let's turn it to 0, and for the render view, keep it on 2. Saving the file at this stage is a good idea. Let's rename it to something like a dynamic abstract v1.5. Add a plane effector. Come here to parameters, enter a negative value like minus 200 for py. Come to fields, add a spherical field, increase the size of the sphere. Go back to cloner, increase the count on 2 axes. Don't go for crazy values, keep it low as possible for now. Go back to plane effector, come to parameters, and on the modify clone, turn it to 100%. Add a sphere, come to sphere field, add it to a null. On the null, add a constraint tag, select transform, come here, turn off maintain original, select the sphere as the target. Now when I move the sphere, also the field is moving with it. Let's increase the y value on the vector. Also let's increase the size of the sphere. Also push down the sphere, increase the sphere size. You can play around with these values until you are happy with the results. I'm happy for now. Let's turn on RS render view with play button. We'll attach this for now here. Let's turn it off for now. Let's add lights. I add an area light, add a null as a target, name it target. On the area light, add a target tag. Add the target null as the target object. Turn on render view. Put the area light in a place you like. Let's also add a dome light to fill the shadow dome light. Let's add an HDRI with dome light. I like this one. Put it here as texture. Let's also add a camera. Duplicate the target tag also on the camera. Select to see the scene from the camera view. Save the file. Turn off the render view for now. NF, place camera somewhere like here. And the camera, increase the focal length to something like 120. Let's also increase the counts on the cloner object a little bit. Change the camera position. Okay. Turn on the render view again. Now let's also add the materials. Turn off the render view. Search for wood. Come to materials. I like this one. Put it on the sphere. Let's also search for the plastic material. I like this one. Put it on the subdivision surface. Close asset browser. Turn on the render view again. You can go and play around with the colors and values. Let me change the color of the plastic. Just come to standard basic. Change the color to whatever you prefer. Let's add an extra panel here. Turn off the render view. I don't want the target tag on the camera. I want to change the position of the camera as I like. The target tag prevented. Now it's much better. Okay. Turn on the render view again. That's okay. For the dynamic coloring, you can also come to plastic material, add color user node. From preset, use more graph color, put it at the color for this standard material. And as you can see, we have dynamic colors here. You can come back to spherical field, color ramp, change the color here. For more control, you can set it to something like black. Come here to the plastic material, and before color user data, and then ramp here, ramp, input it as an alt input, and put it at the color for standard material. And let's come to ramp. Let's change it to whatever material we prefer. For example, I can select yellow here and black at the end. And your scene is ready. That was all for this video. Bye bye.